Hi, everybody. This is Steve Maggi from SMA Law Firm. Welcome to Building the Bridge. I have the pleasure of being with Ann Wolfson, a business and tech lawyer in New York. And one of the most important things in what I do is empathy, being able to put myself in the shoes of our clients because we work with international clients. Can you tell us a little bit about how that's important to you as well, and then maybe a little bit about your own immigrant story?
I would be glad to. Thank you for asking. I got into working with non-US companies because I'd been in the shoes of a company that had entered the US. I was working for a Nordic company in New York as their general counsel. And I saw, because I was part of the legal department in the home country, I saw how decisions were made. I saw what information they didn't get. I saw the cultural differences in how decisions got made and how information got processed. And then we got involved in some rather complex litigation, and we ended up having to hire some big New York law firms to defend us. It was a mess. And I saw how poorly treated my company was. Even though I'm a New Yorker and a New York lawyer, I saw how poorly we were treated. I saw how dismissive this law firm was of senior management. I saw how the communication was terrible. There was no listening going on. And I remember thinking, if I, as a New York lawyer who is used to this environment and used to this culture, is being treated this badly, and I can understand what they're doing and I can call them out on it, I cannot imagine what it must be like being new to the country and new to the culture and trying to figure all this out. So when I set up my firm, I realized there was a big gap in the market, and there was a market for services like these where the lawyer was listening, trying to hear what the client was saying, and trying to put themselves, me, in the shoes of the client trying to enter. It's a very important part of my practice. My clients will probably tell you that I don't just listen, that I do respond, but I start every conversation with them with, tell me what's going on. Mm-hmm. I want to hear, even if I've looked at their website and it's a preliminary conversation, I've looked at the website, I've looked at the LinkedIn, I've looked at all these things, I still want to hear it from them. I want to hear them talk about their company and how it got formed and their goals and what they're trying to do and what their constraints are. And so early, the first part of the conversation is them explaining this to me, giving me their story. I think I could not practice any other way, because I would give horrible advice if I didn't understand where they were coming from.
What about on the personal side? Obviously, even when we work with big companies, and in my case, when I'm doing visas for individuals from those companies, you get to know these individuals as well. And you understand that the impact is not just on a corporate level, but on an individual level. What about your own family immigration story allows you to connect with a lot of your international clients?
Well, I'm just second generation. I mean, my three of my grandparents came here as adults. Well, no, one of them was a child, but they all came here, having been born in Eastern Europe. And the fourth one was born in the US, but his parents were immigrants. And they worked hard and they had dreams, and they made happy lives for their families. And I hope I never forget that. I hope I never forget the stories I've heard about the difficulties they faced and the importance of their own dreams and hard work. And I see that with my clients. I see how important this is to them, how this is a new frontier for them. They're eager to develop their business and to participate in what we do here. And I love hearing the stories of how they've developed the thing they've developed. Half the time my clients are talking about a kind of technology or technical thing that I don't really understand, because I'm not an electrical engineer or I'm not a chemical engineer. But I love hearing them tell me what it was that prompted them to do this, why they got involved in this, and what they're hoping to do. I find that so inspiring. It's the greatest part of my job, is hearing people's stories and connecting with them that way.
Couldn't agree more. I think that's why we work so well together. And so one of these individuals wants to work with not only a knowledgeable lawyer who's been in their shoes professionally and seen things that could go wrong and knows how to prevent them, but also can connect with them on a human level, how do they reach you?
Email's best. Anne@annewolfson.com. That's ANNE at ANNEWOLFSON.com.
Fantastic. Thanks so much for your time and for telling us your story. I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. This is really fun.